Hi everyone, welcome back to the next installment of Bouquet. Hope you guys had a good weekend and a good 4th of July, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. Today we're going to be talking about what it means to be an American. We're also going to be, I'm also going to be throwing in a little bit about my heritage, where I come from, and yeah. So to begin, basically, in terms of my heritage, my mom is from the Caribbean island. She's from St. Vincent, and then my dad is from here in New York. Um, how the two worlds collided was on the A train. My dad saw my mom and serenaded her on the train, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, on my mom's side, her mom is from Aruba, so I'm one-fourth white. And then on my dad's side, his mom is from Mobile, Alabama. And there's a lot of interesting things that come with those two cultures right there. I guess, for example, the food. That is a great example. When my mom came to the States, she learned like traditional Southern American cooking from my grandmother on my dad's side. So she, grew up. My mom grew up knowing how to like grab a live chicken and like cook it, and then taking that kind of living off the land kind of experience and taking that into an American kitchen was just delicious, to say the least. So but yeah. And I have been also told that on my dad's side there is some Native American, and on my mom's side I've heard that there's some like European in terms of like England and whatnot. So I've got a large mix. Yeah. So in terms of, July 4th, Independence Day, I wanted to really talk about my thoughts on what it means to be an American. And I wanted to kind of speak about it through my own experience. Like, in terms of, because my mom is from St. Vincent, and she is a citizen, but, there were a lot of, I don't know if her siblings consider her one of the lucky ones. I'm not sure what that entails, but just from my mom's own journey, like she came to the States when she was in her 20s, and it was for solely better opportunity. And she's told me stories about, how there was very limited work back in St. Vincent, and how she had to actually go to Trinidad, a neighboring island, to find better work. And even that didn't work out, so that's why she came to the States. So I feel like a lot of people can directly or indirectly relate to this, whether you are, like, because I guess, like, for myself, like, I was born here, and my other two siblings were born back in Trinidad. And there's been kind of a disconnect in that sense, in terms of like being the first, born American child of the family. There's a culture difference. One very relevant one that I can think of is growing up, the accent. My sister's accent was hard, not hard to hear, but it was just hard to kind of just get in the groove of the culture, because it was foreign to me. I was the only child born here in the States out of the three of us. And sometimes I got made fun of for that. Sometimes I think I got looked differently and treated differently because of that. But yeah, it just like going back to my mom and, just her story in terms of why she came to America. I think it's solely because of this idea of the American dream and trying to obtain that for the betterment of yourself and your children, which a lot of people are doing still. So